today with Lauren Hall.
Roberts.
Well,
Hall's my married name.
Oh, okay.
We're
throwing that one away, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, we're over that name.
Yeah, we're in the new building today, and
Zoe's
anyway,
first time on the podcast.
Yeah. My first time.
New, a lot of new things here, new building.
Cool building.
Lauren, coming in. Zoe being on the podcast. Well, Zoe's in the podcast too. She's always in the background.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, yeah.
You
So,
get an amen every now and again.
Right.
well, we're glad to have you, Lauren.
I'm glad to be here.
You're a big part of Incura. I mean, we're trying to hire her, I think.
Absolutely.
Not I think, I am. We are trying.
We are.
Yes.
About to get him.
So, let's get started.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about where you come from, who you are, who you were,
Right. So,
whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, well, so I'll just start off with, my childhood's good. I don't want to hate on my parents because they tried. Boy, did they try.
Yeah. Sometimes it don't work out like they're playing.
And I like to say I'm just like a little bit of a spoiled brat gone wrong. They tried hard, so I don't want to hate on them.
Yeah.
And I never wanted or needed for nothing, so let me be clear. Now, I have 3 children.
Yeah.
14, 9, and 6. The first 2 are boys, and the last one's a girl.
Okay.
The first 2 have pretty normal beginnings of their lives, except for, so let me back up, that was a lie. So, my 14-year-old, when he was 2, I went to rehab for prescription pills. Okay? And went to rehab, got clean, haven't touched him since. The next one is, he has a pretty decent life, except for he has no involvement with his dad pretty much. He's been in the federal prison his whole life.
Okay.
The third one was born on methamphetamines. I have a Garrett's Law case.
This is your 6-year-old little
My
girl,
6-year-old little girl.
Okay.
You have a what? Garrett's Law? Is that
It's
what they
called
call
Garrett's
it?
Law.
Garrett's
Yeah.
Law, okay.
And so, with the Garrett's Law case, you have to go through extensive DHS. It's a big deal.
So when the baby was born, they drug tested y'all, and right then, they do, come and take your baby away from you?
They did not.
Okay.
They tested both of us. I told them I'd get right, you know what I mean? They said they'd let me keep her. They went and checked out my homes, you know what I mean? Our homes were fine to stay in, and so they let us keep her. But then, I was like, I'm going to go to rehab in different places, and they're like, no, you have to go to our rehabs where you can take all your kids. Well, I'm like, I'm not taking my 14 and 9-year-old to rehab.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have a great
Introduce
life.
them to something that they don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So, of course, I'm in my addiction still. I haven't, I didn't do drugs the whole time I was in the hospital. Whoop-de-doo, you're in the hospital. I didn't do drugs,
It's pretty easy not to do drugs when you're in the hospital.
Yeah, right.
They
But
give
like,
drugs too,
yeah. Well, then, I'm like, well, that's a whole other story in itself, I didn't, so that I thought that she was a boy. I have 2 boys. I was going to give her up for adoption. The day the adoption papers came in the mail, I had her. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so, I had her with nothing. My first 2 are C-section.
She come on.
Yeah, you are going to keep me.
Wait, so you had a VBAC?
Yes.
Wow.
What's
Yeah.
a VBAC?
That's vaginal.
Okay, I
That's
got
a
you. I
C-section,
got you.
Which
Wow.
is really dangerous.
It is.
And then they're like, who's your doctor? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have one. They're like, well, do you know if it's a girl? Don't know. Never been to the doctor.
Wow.
And so you didn't know you were having a girl either. You didn't do like a gender.
I didn't have a shirt for the thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Thugging and drugging.
thugging, like an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, anyway, so my point in telling all that is that you can still come back. Like, even if your kids are born on drugs, or even if you're, whatever the case is there's still a whole Jesus that can save us.
Amen.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to point out. I'm not
Sure,
trying to
heal
like,
us.
I had a baby on drugs. I am not promoting
No,
that. What
yeah,
I'm
we know,
promoting
we know,
is
yeah,
that there's still, and let me tell you something about my little girl. Me and my boys are close, but my little girl, she is not going. She wants her mom.
She's just like you,
Yeah,
probably.
She's exactly like me. We are twins, and she has. She slowed me down. She didn't stop me. She
Yeah.
slowed me down,
Yeah.
but it didn't stop me. I do have custody of all my children. I want to make sure we're aware of that.
So,
but
how did that all go down? So you have your little girl. What's her name?
Olivia.
Olivia. Okay. I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Didn't
saying
even have a
that.
name for her.
Okay.
So
So Olivia, you have her. What is the next year look like? I mean,
Oh.
how are they getting her clean, born
Yeah.
into addiction? I mean, what does that look like?
So the good news with methamphetamines is that most babies, I've never used intravenously, so it's not like
Yeah.
it just got, like, it was in her placenta.
Okay, okay.
So it doesn't reach them the same way that, like, intravenous or pills or,
Right.
so it's really hard for kids to come off of fentanyl.
Yeah.
It's really hard for kids to come off of cocaine.
Okay.
And,
I
but
know that.
weed
Yeah.
and
Methamphetamine.
methamphetamines have the best, like, she still had a 9.9 APGAR score. You know, when they come out, they get a score.
Yeah.
She's the calmest kid I've had by far.
Wow.
And the other two weren't born on any.
You don't really see any side effects. Do you?
None. She's the only one that doesn't have ADHD.
Yeah.
You know, which is strange. So, you know, I'm not supporting. Don't go do that just because it didn't happen. But I'm just saying.
no doubt. Right. But
You
you're
know,
blessed. You're blessed.
I'm
Yes,
very
yes.
blessed. You
Yeah.
know. So I am blessed. But I just wanted to point that out. So now fast forward. You know, she's 4.5, and I see Grant on, I think it's TikTok. He's standing in a building. There's a graffiti behind him, and I'm like, I think you might have been with another employee that
girl.
worked here.
Okay. Yeah.
Not another female. Like,
Okay.
I think can we say names or not? I've watched that on
Not
the-
patients. Yeah.
She's not a patient. I think she worked here.
Yes, you can say the name.
So it was Mary
staff.
Beth, maybe?
Mary Beth. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
We've had a lot. Oh,
Okay.
and I think that was our first therapist we had probably.
Yeah.
Yep, I know who her name was Kelsey.
Kelsey. Was she blonde hair?
Yep.
Okay. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all are standing there talking about NAD and addiction and stuff, and had a few friends that had come through here, and I'm like, I wonder what that stuff's about, you know? So I'm Googling it. I'm in addiction, so I am on it. You know what I
Sweet,
mean?
you know,
I'm like,
yeah.
NAD for addictions, and then I like passed by the Kardashians, and I really
Yeah.
wanted to touch base on this NAD because I don't feel like
Yeah.
it has been. And Jesus saves. I don't want to be confused about that, but
Right.
this NAD is the ticket, man. If you
God
are,
God invented science.
right.
God invented this,
Yeah.
you know. It's how He made our bodies to work naturally. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're using God still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I just want to make sure that people know that this NAD is the real ticket.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's been hit on enough because I'm telling you right
I
now,
don't either. Yeah.
it's no other place has it. You
Yeah.
can only get it here.
Right.
And if you're on meth or alcohol, this is where you need to be. If you're on other stuff too, they're gonna save you too. But I'm just saying,
Yeah. It
if
works with
you-
everything just as
Everything.
good, you know.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I'm just telling you, if you are scared of withdrawals, don't be.
Yeah.
Because it's. I'm not saying that you're not gonna be tired.
Feel
You
like
might-
crap. Yeah.
But you
yeah,
are not
yeah.
gonna. It is not scary with that NAD.
Right,
You know.
right.
I cleaned. So I'm not gonna glorify the drugs, but like I do, you know, Holland's as big as my body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had clean pee on day 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That's
maybe back to we're gonna come back to like your rehab, but
Yeah.
day one here, what your drug of choice was meth, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so were you high when you came in?
Right in the parking lot.
In the parking lot. Right. And I'm just asking,
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
and that's how it goes too.
Yeah.
That's how, you know, I did the same thing when I went to rehab.
Oh my God, this is not right, but I just, you know,
We're
one
stupid.
more time.
Yeah, we're like, let me get it one more time. And yeah.
But you said by day 2 you had clean pee.
Clean pee.
And
I'm
so-
like, Dana, this ain't normal, you know, because like the whole reason I didn't stop is I was scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So the whole reason I didn't quit is I was scared that I didn't want to go through
Withdrawals?
withdrawals or,
Right.
you know, feeling like that or, you know, the time I decide I'm going to quit, I have something to do that day.
Everybody's scared
You
of
know what I
that.
mean? I can't quit today because I've got to go to the post office tomorrow and I won't be
Yeah.
able to wake up or
Yeah.
I got to make sure my kids get to the school
Yeah,
line.
every week
Yeah.
there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Every day there's a problem.
Yeah.
I can't quit this week. I can't quit this because I got
I'll
this
start
going
on Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then Sunday gets here and you're like, oh, I can't quit this week. I
Yeah.
got this.
We'll try next Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
and next
right,
Monday never comes.
Right.
Nope.
So the NAD gave you the break where you could start the day without like, man, I gotta have this to do this.
Yeah.
Like I gotta be high in order to go get my tags paid for.
Right.
Or whatever.
Whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if for anything, I got to make sure I make it to my dad's house on time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah.
he can't tell that I'm on one, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah.
saying that I'm going,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to be on time either, so I don't know why that
No.
excuse happened. Because of no time management in addiction,
Yeah.
that was one of my worst struggles was time management, and I'll let you know that I was not late to one function this Christmas,
Amen.
and that's never happened.
Yeah.
So
The NAD is something you could just, like you said, within a couple of days, you can just feel it. And
Feel
it's
it.
like, but it's not something that Big Pharma, and I've said this many times, it's not a moneymaker.
right.
Like we're not making money off of NAD.
Big Pharma
No.
don't want you to know
Big
about
Pharma
you.
wants you to don't want you to do it because you do something for 10 days and you don't have to do it again. They want you on their they
On
want
their
you on their
pills.
pill every day.
Yeah.
They don't want to cure cancer. They don't want to cure
No.
addiction.
They don't want to know. If you've been to a Suboxone clinic or whatever, you know that their goal is to not get you off of the Suboxone.
Right.
That's a lifetime drug.
Correct.
Yep.
And they'll put you on 4 of them when some people can't even take a half of one
Right.
and not throw up. You know what I mean? And they're
Right.
like start you off.
Right.
Off
They
the
want to
jump.
get you locked into it. And on Suboxone, on another subject here, Suboxone, the withdrawals off Suboxone are way worse than opioids.
Yeah.
Oh, I got off Suboxone with meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. So you got on Suboxone with meth. That's
Yes.
what.
I'd be so on one, I'd forget to take the Suboxone. I'd be like, dang, I ain't taking the Suboxone.
Next thing
all
you know,
day.
you're off your
Yeah.
Suboxone.
Next
Yeah.
thing you know, I'm full blown on meth. I mean, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Right. Me too.
So,
Yeah.
Which is not the look that I wanted to portray. That was never when I
No
woke up. I
one,
was like,
yeah.
you know what? I think when I grow up, I'll
I
do meth.
know, right?
You
No
know,
kid has
no
ever
kid
said,
has
"I'm
ever
going to grow up and be a drug addict."
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
not. I had to go. And that's not. I don't think what anyone had in mind for me. I wasn't like
No.
a troubled child. I'm,
Right. Drugs are not discriminate.
No, they're not.
They
I'm
don't
gonna tell you
care
what.
who you are.
I graduated high school. I worked for a very known. I don't want to say their name because I don't know if they want to be a part of it.
Right.
But a very known law firm for 9 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in addiction, I worked for a telecommunication company for 4.5 years.
Yeah.
I've always kind of towed the line a little bit.
Yeah. So how did you get started? We kind of talked about it a little bit. Good background, want for nothing, good
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So where'd you put your toe in, basically? Like how'd you get in the
Well,
pool?
so I've dabbled in recreational drug use since I was about 15 or 16, whatever I could kind of get
Yeah.
away with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to blame this on any human because it's definitely my choice. But with my second father of my child is where it was introduced.
Okay.
He introduced it to you.
Yeah. And I was on the buprenorphine, which is the same thing as Suboxone.
Right. Yeah.
And I just started, not needing the Suboxone. And the Suboxone's hard to get off of.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very hard to get off
Note
of.
to everyone, we can get you off Suboxone too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
And so the Suboxone's hard to get off of. And so as I started seeing the methamphetamines kick that out the door, I'm like, okay, all right. I can get, it's cheaper.
Just use meth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can go eat my friend's house and get it.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah.
point I wasn't like, you know what I mean? And then,
Yeah.
and I just want to make sure that I know as well is that like, I've had a lot of meth. I've had a little meth. I've went to friend's house. I've given it away. I'm at all situations of it.
Done the
I've been at all.
drug,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, so, and the thing is that when I started seeing the meth get me off the Suboxone, I was like, thank God for
Yeah.
meth. How stupid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so I'm Googling, I'm on NAD, I'm Googling NAD everything, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, Sean, he's already been on one of these. He was like, I ain't doing that. That sounds
Yeah.
like a crock of crap. And I'm like, no, I think it's going to work. Well,
Yeah.
so when he went to jail, I was like, bye, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
getting
my
clean.
time.
This
Yeah.
is done. Watch if I don't.
I was the
So-
same way when I went. I was like, this is snake oil.
Yeah.
I was like, my mama took me. I was like, this can't be, it's snake oil.
Yeah. So whenever he went to jail, I was like, I'm going to get clean. And he was like, if you do it, I swear when I get out, I'll get clean. Well, thank God I believed in him because look how far he's come. He's
Yeah.
got the whole
Yeah.
shining light.
Yes. Yeah.
But, it was a chance that I took, but it was also a chance that I took because, like, if he didn't get clean, then it would have been done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so thankfully we're where we're at now. But this program, not just the NAD, I want to make sure that you know that the whole program here is amazing.
Yeah, the whole
This
program is
is-
necessary.
It is so laid back. You got to follow the rules. Don't let me get that twisted. You do have to follow the rules. But if you come here and you follow the minimal, simple rules, just normal, like you can't argue with people.
Yeah.
You got to be here at 9. You got to show up every day.
Yeah.
So what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to do, what you got to do to get to the next step. And if you're willing to do what you're told to do, because the program works, and me and several other humans are proof of that this program is a works.
Yeah.
I've never been clean for 10 months
Yeah.
where I did nothing, where I didn't even drink alcohol. I didn't even drink, or I didn't do nothing,
Yeah.
This program is total proof that what they have going works. If you show up and do the work.
If you show up and do the work,
Yeah.
right?
And so I want to touch on Justin, because he's a big deal too. Like, his power to bring humans to the
Yeah.
Lord is unmatched.
Yes.
And I just want to make sure that they know when they come here, they get a whole slew of good stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you get the detox, and then as you detox, then they start slowly bringing you into the group.
Yeah, you get
And you
clean
start
up, sure,
slowly,
yeah.
Hearing about the first and the second step, and just like, and then he's like, come on over to Forever Free.
Yeah.
Slip on
Yeah.
into Forever
Yeah.
Free. You get in a process.
Jesus is the ultimate healer. You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just
yeah.
they got the right people recruiting for the kingdom here.
Amen.
Amen.
You know what I mean? They got the best kingdom recruiters right here, and then they take you to the next step where Jesus is in that place, in that recovery meeting. It's a recovery Jesus meeting, and it's there. And all you got to do is show up here, get clean easily. I'm not going to say there's no troubles, but it's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, it is easy to get
Yeah.
to detox in the jail cell floor. It's much easier or detoxing at home by yourself.
Yeah.
Going through all those withdrawal symptoms and whatnot.
Yeah. Come get them taken care of and lay back in your recliner and chill and
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
TV and get
Amen.
clean the easy
Yeah.
way. Don't
I've never
struggle.
seen someone in here on opioids throwing up.
No.
Detoxing them. And that's a major thing. Normally that's a for sure side effect.
Yeah.
Or for sure,
When I went
whatever
through
kind.
opiate withdrawal, I did that at Baptist Hospital on the 8th floor. My dad said he was coming to get me. I thought I was going to a ranch, and he said he had other plans. I went to the 8th floor at Baptist.
He went to the crazy floor.
Ooh, it was some crazy people up there too. But
I've been there myself.
yeah, let me tell you something. The doctor there told me, you won't die from this, but you're gonna feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
With
alcohol.
the NAD, it's nothing like that.
No. I even know the first 4 days I went home and went to sleep, and on day 5 I was ready to climb the tree. I mean,
Well,
Wow.
not everyone's that,
Yeah,
I was
but not
motivated
everybody's
to
as
get clean.
perky as you
Yeah.
either.
No. Yeah.
People think I'm on it now before more than they did when I
You're a
was
perk
clean.
tweaker.
Yeah.
I'm like that too.
Yeah.
Once I'm sober and have been for a while, I get to going so fast.
Oh, my
I can
goodness.
tell people are looking at me sometimes like he's
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
Like I can't keep
And
up with them sometimes.
yeah.
I really
Well, I
can't.
think it's a personality trait too. Like, I am severely ADHD, so when I've been on Adderall and all that stuff since I was 5 and 6 years old.
Yeah, well, that's really where you got your start with drugs.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I remember, and when I take Benadryl or Adderall or whatever it is, I'm like falling asleep. You know what I mean? Benadryl, I'm hyped up.
Yeah.
Adderall, I'm on
falling
the sleep.
asleep. You're
Yeah.
real ADHD.
I'm
That's a
real
sign
like
of
it's
it,
yeah. So it's not just like a.
So let's talk about whenever you come into Incura, because I didn't even really take note of you till you come in a wheelchair.
Right. So, and let me tell you, the devil is alive. He is trying to
Yes,
make
he
you.
is.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
when you start to sober up, he's gonna pile it on you. He
Yeah.
knows
Yeah,
he
he
knows
is.
who's real.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna pile it on you.
So I've had a vehicle since I was 15 years old. I've had a hardship driver's license.
Yeah, really, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day I decided, I messaged Brittany and said I wanted to start Incura, I run a car hot. I don't even know about a car running hot. I don't even know where the gauges are to make sure it doesn't run hot. That's not even in my. I run it hot because I'm trying to get to Incura.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this girl's BS. And I know that's what she thought, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did not have a vehicle the whole time I went through this program.
Wow.
But I made it up here by 9 o'clock. I was here at 8:30
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it can be done if you want it to be done.
Yeah.
So that was that point there. So then I'm on day 31. I've been to church 4 times that week. I'm living in a home that is still actively using. You know what I
But you've
mean?
not started Incura yet.
I've started
No,
Incura.
31 days.
31
31
clean.
days.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've never been
yeah,
clean
yeah,
like this
yeah,
till
yeah.
Incura.
Right.
Okay. So
Wow.
and on the phone on the FaceTime with Sean.
So you done went through the detox program, the 10-day detox, and you're in our PHP program. You're 31 days in. Okay.
Yeah, 31 days in.
All right.
Went to church 4 times that week.
Okay.
You know, I'm really doing it.
But the house you're living in is still actively using.
Yeah. So
Dang.
when I go outside and I want to talk to Sean on the FaceTime, I want to just, I know there's like a few people that live there, you know, so I want
Yeah.
some privacy.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
walking out of my driveway and Sean's like, you need to be careful. I get hit by a car.
Man,
Oh,
what was
you're
you
on
going-
the phone
oh,
with
you're on the
Sean
phone,
when this
okay.
happens?
He saw the whole thing happen.
Oh, no.
You're on FaceTime with him, so he sees you get hit by a car.
He sees the phone fly,
Oh.
and then nothing.
Wow.
And then he hears someone say, "We're calling the ambulance. The ambulance is on the way."
Oh,
And I didn't talk to him for 3 more days after that.
really? Did it
Yeah.
knock you out?
Yeah,
Knocked you out cold?
yeah. Skull right here and broken leg.
Yeah.
Bone through the leg.
Ooh, I remember you were in a wheelchair
Yeah.
for a while. You had a big scar down your face.
Yeah, I still got the scar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Not as bad, but yeah, NAD helped with that. So whenever,
Yeah,
it
it-
does. It does. It
Yeah.
helps with skin scars. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I wake up in the hospital bed. I'm like, what's today? What,
You didn't know what happened.
I mean, I knew I got hit by the car,
Okay.
but I didn't know.
How severe and everything.
I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, and I'm kind of talking to him when I got hit by the car because I know that I told him to call my dad's phone number. So I was a little there. I was like in and out of it, you know what I mean? I'm like, call my dad. And so, and then I look up at one point when I'm getting in the hospital and I see my kids, 2 of my kids standing right there, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what has happened?
Yeah.
Jesus, I've been here at church 4 days. What are you doing?
Right. What's going on?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, so maybe the devil tried to knock me out or maybe Jesus tried to save me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because,
I think it was probably both of them.
yeah, maybe the devil
He
tried
didn't
to
try
get
to
me.
save
Jesus
you.
said,
Yeah. Amen.
no ma'am, not today. So, you know, and so then I'm laying in the hospital bed and my dad's like, you're coming to live with me. And that's the best thing that could have ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My dad is my strongest rock as far as like he is,
Yeah, he's all about you.
yeah.
Yes,
if I'm
he
doing
is.
good, I am, he's got me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I'm doing bad, he's going to have me from a distance, but he's
Yeah,
not going
still
to,
baby
he's,
girl.
yeah, but he don't, and I don't want to be in his face if I'm not doing right. You know
No,
what I mean?
right. Yeah.
And I'll tell you, so that wreck got me stronger with my stepmother, who's been in my life my whole life. So, you know, but she don't want anything to do with her, you know.
Yeah.
Had a stepdaughter,
Yeah. Why would she?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I mean, she never treated me like a stepchild. I want to make sure I'm clear on that too.
Right.
But I'm just saying, you know, my relationship. She took care of me the whole time. My dad works, you know,
Yeah.
and bathing me. I mean, everything.
Oh.
And so, you know, and my mom took care of my kids. So, you know, everyone just like chipped in to help me because I was doing right. But I'll tell you, so, City's considered an employee, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about him. Yeah.
So, City, my phone's laying there. My dad doesn't know. My dad thinks I've been in training. That's why everyone's
He
having
don't
my
know
kid.
you're in the rehab.
He has no idea I'm at Incura.
Yeah.
And he answers the phone, and City's like, "This is Incura. We're just checking where Lauren's at." And he's like, "Incura?" And he's like, "Yeah, she's in here in rehab." And he's like, "She's been clean for years." And I'm like,
Oops.
"Not exactly."
I remember that
Yeah.
situation.
And so City's like, "I don't think she has." Nope, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you mean?" So now I'm living at my dad's, and not only are they taking care of me, now they're dropping me off at rehab every morning because
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
And they didn't 8:30. She had me there every day. I wasn't unless I had a doctor's appointment.
Yeah. So what'd you do through all that? Did you take pain meds?
Well, that's what I was worried about.
Mhm.
I was worried about the devil saying, "Okay, you want to get off meth? I got you, girl. I can put you on pain meds again." You know.
Yeah.
So I did take him in the hospital because it wasn't
Right.
really optional.
Right.
I
Yeah.
came back to Incura with clean pee. I did not take any pain medication. I mean, I maybe 1 or 2 if my dad gave them to me, but not really. And that NAD, Grant and Zoe gave me 10 more bags of NAD,
Yeah.
and I have not taken a pain pill since.
I remember when they got the call about they was telling me. Like I said, I really didn't
Yeah.
know who you were.
Yeah.
Right.
I know how I come and go.
Yeah.
And I remember when I got that call, I was like, man, there's no way she's coming back. There's
Yeah.
no way. She's
Yeah.
alive. She's fixing to be out there, strung out. And I didn't
Yeah.
know you, but I
Right.
just know people, So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I got those 10 more bags of NAD. I've not taken any pain medication, Tylenol and Advil, and switch it every 6 hours.
Wow.
And that's because of Jesus and
Amen.
NAD and this
Amen.
program, just
Yeah.
pumping me up. Like, you can do this.
Yeah.
You don't got to do it. You don't got to go back.
Yeah.
You said something earlier, or you like I was really motivated to get clean. And I mean, it sounds like you kind of been in and out. You had
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff happening. What was different about this time? I mean, I know Sean's in
Jail. Yeah.
and you're looking at Incura and like, okay, I've seen Grant. I know Grant. Let me kind of check this thing out. What was the motivator for you this time?
I was tired. I was tired of living that life. You know what I mean? Like, I know that there's more for me than drugs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my kids deserve a good mom.
Amen.
Right.
And I'm sick of parenting behind the bedroom door. Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like-
Behind bathroom or bedroom door. Yeah.
So I was sick of it. You
Yeah.
know? And I just, my daughter, she's getting old enough to know, like, okay, something ain't adding up
Something's
here.
wrong, yeah.
She's not there yet, but we're real close to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's wanting to make TikTok videos, doing makeup tutorials, and I'm like, that's the last thing I want to do is makeup tutorials, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I just wanted to be involved more, I got a 14-year-old that's really good at baseball.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to twack out mom at his game.
No.
No.
You
He
know,
wants
he
his
doesn't want
mama.
that.
He don't want to be embarrassed. And
Yeah, and I don't
Well,
want to be
more
that
he wants
mom
his
at that
mama,
game,
Yeah,
He
yeah.
plays travel ball, he's on the school team, like he's good,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Wow.
I need to be there supporting him. And then I got a 9-year-old he's got the biggest heart, but he has a little bit of issues with he doesn't have a father. He has
Yeah,
a father,
yeah.
but
Right.
he's not been involved. And I'm not trying to hate on him because I don't want to do that. But what I'm just saying is,
right.
he has not been involved. So it's, and my other two, Sean's pretty much
Their daddy.
takes care of Libby, and she does have a dad, but he's in addiction. And the oldest one, y'all met his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
And so my oldest one, my two sons stay with my mom. And that's they've had a life there. I lived there for a long time. Their life is set there. They got their own rooms there. That wouldn't be a possibility at my house.
Yeah.
My mom lives 2 minutes from me.
Their life is set.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm not going to uproot them. But if
Sometimes
they want to
uprooting
come,
kids will. Yeah.
if they want to come, they can come.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm not going to go and uproot them, So they stay at my mom's, and Libby stays with me. And then, my aunt, she's been a huge part of it, or my cousin, she's been a huge part of everything. When the DHS came, she's already a foster parent. She took her in, so she didn't have to go stay somewhere else.
Oh wow.
And she
That's
helps
so
me
good.
with Libby, so I can come up here on Friday. She gets her from school, and she keeps her on the weekends because they did step in whenever DHS happened, and they've been involved in her life since she was born.
Yeah.
So I keep her during the week. She gets her on the weekends.
Okay.
So she's, and so, so life today is so good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because so I go stay at my mom's house with my boys, and Libby comes over there and we just have fun and
Yeah.
like,
Be
so,
mama.
yeah.
You're
So,
supposed to. Yeah.
so Wednesday night, I guess it was, I had both my boys, Libby was with my cousin, and we went to Dick's Sporting Good and we bought baseball helmets, and my middle child plays basketball. He wants an arm compression
Sleeve.
thing
Yeah.
to shoot. And I'm like, that's just weird stuff. I've done cheerleading my whole life. This makes no sense, but
Yeah, I
sure, we'll buy
understand
them.
that.
Yeah.
And we just had fun. We went and ate. One wanted Freddy's and one wanted Chick-fil-A. There would have been we'll go two different places. Y'all be
Yeah.
lucky if y'all get McDonald's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one went Chick-fil-A, one went to Freddy's, and we just had fun, and that's just stuff that you don't get to do if you're not
No, there's no
You know?
time, there's no money, there's no
Yeah.
thought for that
right.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh, y'all, I forgot to feed them today.
Yeah.
That's what I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Right.
Food.
Forgot to
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So what are you doing now? Are you working now?
I do work right now. I
Yeah.
work at the doctor's office, which has been a blessing.
Yeah. You're in school too?
At school, medical coding and billing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's I started that in addiction,
Yeah.
and I'm a lot better at schoolwork now.
I bet. You can study now.
Yeah.
Clearly.
It's a little boring,
Not
but
forgetting to do it.
but it gets done, And heavily involved in Forever Free.
Yeah.
So another cool thing. So on the last Tuesday of every month is Freedom Night, and that's where you pick up your little coins,
Uh-huh.
And they were 2 coin people short, so they called me and Sean out of the audience and asked us to come hand out the coins.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Had so
heard
much
I heard
fun.
you're up on the stage.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I do. I'm on the worship team. Can't
Yeah.
sing it all.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
just
I
up there
understand
pumping them
that.
up.
Yeah.
And I wear my Incura shirt every time I'm up there,
Yeah.
just in case people have
For
questions.
those of you who don't know what Forever Free is, it's a ministry.
Yeah.
It's an addiction ministry, targeted towards people that are in addiction or trying to get out of
Codependency,
addiction. Yeah.
life
Yeah.
issues, grief.
Yeah. It's kind of like AA, but
Christ-centered.
Christ-centered AA, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
we've had a good partnership with that.
Yes, and Forever Free loves Incura.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
And-
love Forever Free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
And they, and it's just a good place to go, and it's just a big group of dysfunctional people.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
right.
that's all it is. And you get a little Jesus at the beginning, and then you go to a little meeting afterwards.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Y'all do step study and stuff there?
we do. So I've completed a process group,
Okay.
and that gets out all your junk, and you just, it's really cool how those steps work. At first, I was like, this is such bogus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I get a little further, and I'm like, oh, I'm really going to dig in and do this stuff
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? And
It works if you work it.
It works if you work it. And I
Yeah.
definitely need to do another one so I can take it serious the whole time.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, dang, they're passing out homework too. This is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then once I seen it started working, and I started digging out some stuff, and at the end of that book, I had such peace I've never had before.
Man,
Wow.
You know what I mean? Just
That's
like
amazing.
I felt peace. Like I just, I handle everything differently today. Like
Yeah.
when I want to go
When you
back.
we apply them process groups to your life, you can apply them. That's what I applied the steps
Absolutely.
to.
Yeah.
Early on in my sobriety is to apply them to every aspect of your life.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Where I want to. I'm good at being crazy too now. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
like whenever I'm like want to act out or bring back my old self, I'm like, hold on, step back. What is that person going through today? What grace can I show
Yeah.
them today? And that's never been a part of my life since birth.
Yeah, me
Wow.
neither.
You know-
Until recently in my life.
Yeah,
Until I
it's
started
like,
doing what I'm
you
doing.
want to play with me?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Don't take me there. And now whenever someone, I'm like, what are you dealing with today?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because there's something behind it. Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
everybody's got junk. Even if
Yeah.
they're not in addiction, everyone's struggling with something.
Yeah.
Yep. Amen.
And so maybe it's a toxic relationship, maybe it's codependent relationship, maybe it's, I've had a lot of all that too.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something that NAD did for me too is it seemed like it helped a lot with the little PTSD that I dealt with.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
know all the stuff that it's doing for your brain chemically.
Yeah,
but
we don't know. Yeah.
It's
It's
working
rerouting
something.
your brain though. It's rewiring your
Yeah.
brain. And studies have shown that we've talked about this before. I think the plasticity of the brain.
Yeah.
That's what that means. And the plasticity of the brain means that it's rerouting your brain from the dead brain cells that you can never get back. It uses other parts of your brain to fix
Yeah.
your brain.
Well,
Yeah, so that's why I was doing that. It does so much stuff we don't even know about.
yeah. I believe
Uh,
that because
yeah.
I'm so clear. I've never been this clear. I don't think ever,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah,
Because, it's just the clarity that you gain and just like the.
That's how it helps you with sobriety because your mind gets clear.
Yes.
So there's what's called post-acute withdrawal syndrome and there's what's called acute withdrawal syndrome. The acute withdrawal syndrome is the first 30 days. The post-acute withdrawal syndrome is the first 18 to 24 months. So what you're dealing with then after you've gotten off that first 30 days, you've gotten past the withdrawals, the physical withdrawals, you're dealing with your mind.
Yeah.
It might be 3 months in, but your mind is still like it was before. What the NA does is it speeds your mind up like you've been clean 6 months.
Yeah.
That's such a huge step because you think clear.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think clear. Instead of saying, oh, I can hit this pipe one time, you say, I've got 3 or 4 months clean. Do I really want to mess
Yeah.
with what I got up?
No,
You
you
know?
don't.
And so that's where it really helps at, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
I would agree 1,000% with that too. And it probably helps with the relapse rate for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes is just that one time.
That one time for us.
And then you don't come back,
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes you don't come back.
Ever. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
some
you go
people never
on,
come back. Yeah.
And so and sometimes it leads you even further to death.
Yep.
Right.
And so that's why, it's so important to just, man, life is so good, clean.
It is good.
And life
Yeah.
is really like,
Be able to wake up in the morning and
Yeah.
hear the birds singing.
yeah, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Thank you for waking me up,
Right.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so, I think that, if you can just get in here, and I know that I'm partial, I get it,
Yeah.
but I'm just telling you the things that I've seen and the friends. I got two friends right now that I try to bring up here with me, and both of them are in jail.
Yeah. Wow.
And they're calling me and they're like, I should have came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what all this you're talking about reminds me of? In the Bible, there's a story about a man that cleaned his house out.
Mm-hmm.
He swept his own house out. It's talking about he's getting rid of his problems, his demons. And it said, what did it say? 7 demons come back?
Yeah.
He cleaned one out. and 7 come back. And that's how I see drugs. Every time we relapse, it gets worse and
Yeah.
worse until
Yeah.
maybe we don't come back.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
The demon gets stronger, he gets more power.
Yeah.
And so anyway,
It says 7 more evil. More evil.
More evil, right?
Yeah.
Worse. And
Yeah.
if you notice that, you take that and apply it to addiction, and you sobering up and getting in, and relapse and sober up and relapse. How after you sobered up when you relapsed, how bad it got, how fast,
Yeah.
and how much worse it was than the time before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so the Bible's real.
And how
Yeah.
hard, much harder it is on all your
Yeah.
family.
Yep.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
Yeah.
no parent wants to have a drug addict child.
Yeah.
No
No,
grandmother wants to
they
have a
didn't
drug
do
addict.
this,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, and
Right.
if your road is escape, and the drug is your road that you get on to escape, you're thinking about, man, I let them down again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't deserve.
That gang,
I don't
Yeah.
deserve any good. This is what I get.
That's
This is
the
what I
shame and the
get. That's
guilt.
what I'm going to take.
Yeah.
And that alone will keep you right there.
Yep.
If you don't learn how to
Absolutely.
deal with it, you don't get around some people that understand addiction and understand what you're dealing with and can explain to you and your family
Yeah.
what you're going around, you know.
Yeah.
Because some of your family members don't understand.
And they're not,
Yeah.
and they won't understand. you
They
know?
won't.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll never understand addiction, and they'll never, if they've never dealt with it, they really, why can't you just quit? Well, I wish I could.
Right.
Look it up.
Yeah.
If it was that easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, just don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and then it's like, you know, and then
And then you feel that too. You're
Yeah.
like, well, maybe they're right. Why
What's wrong
can't I
with
just
me?
Why can't I
stop?
just quit?
What's wrong with me? Yeah,
Yeah.
why
I
can't I
would
just
not
stop?
want to just stop. Don't I want to be
Yeah.
a successful member of society?
Right. I don't want to take care of
Productive.
my friends, I mean,
Yeah.
my family, and
Yeah.
for sure.
And so it just gets so out of control till you're stuck.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be stuck.
Yeah.
Because there's you don't have to stay stuck, you know. And the hardest thing is getting in this
The
door.
first step.
Yes,
The first,
and
coming in the first day. That's what I tell people. You've
Yeah.
done the hardest thing.
Yeah, if you can get in this door and follow the rules, you
Yeah.
can succeed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This program is set for success. You know, right now, I mean, I know that we're going inpatient, which I'm super excited about.
Amen.
But right now, you can come in here and go home every night.
Yep.
Right.
You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like,
Yep.
for some people, that's the hard. They don't want to be
Locked down.
trapped.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so like, come now. Now's the
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and some people, you know, are worried about their different situations that you don't have to deal with here. You know,
Yeah.
as long as you're not on your phone, it's
Uh-huh.
okay if it's in your back pocket or
Right.
something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
as long as you're not being disruptive to the class, you know.
Yeah.
If your kid's school calls, you can step out and take the call.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
right? You know, just give it a try.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't like it, don't come back.
Don't come back. That's what I
Right.
said. If you don't like sobriety and don't like what we got to offer, then don't come back. Go
Yeah.
use drugs.
Yeah.
We're all
Give it a
grown.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah, make their own decision. You know,
Yeah.
and so
Right.
and you know, we want everyone here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't care if you're in jail or in prison,
Yeah.
in the streets, what color you are. None
Yeah.
of that matters.
No,
You know what I
no.
mean? We got a big, diverse group in here, and we all become family.
You know, we
Yeah.
were talking
That's
about the
what's
other
big.
day
Yeah,
that
we
one of our competitors said, "Oh, you go on down to Incura, they'll take anyone." I'm
Yeah.
like,
Sure will.
I'm like, yes, we will. I take that as a compliment. Come in off the street.
Yeah, come
Walk
on.
in off this over here, and we'll help you get what you need to do to get treatment.
Yeah.
And if our place isn't the place for you, which I believe it is for
Yeah,
everyone,
right.
but if our place
Right.
isn't, we'll help you find a place that's for you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and that's the same image that God uses.
Amen.
Yeah.
He wants everyone. He hung
Yeah.
out with the sinners and the,
Amen.
you know,
Amen.
Amen.
So
He wasn't
you
in the
don't-
churches preaching unless
No,
he
he
was preaching it.
wasn't.
When he was preaching to the preachers.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So,
So, you know, I just want to make sure we want everyone,
Amen.
prison, jail, anywhere, you know.
Yes.
No matter what
This is for
situation
you.
you're in, yeah.
Let me ask you about Sean.
Yeah.
And your relationship with him. Are y'all married yet, or y'all getting married?
We're in marriage counseling.
In marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So we've done 2 classes.
Okay.
We have 3 more, for sure 3 more. Yeah, and so I'll tell you this much. Our relationship today, clean and sober, some people don't like each other when they get sober.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some people get sober and they're like, ugh.
Yeah. You want
Yeah.
to do it.
You know, I've seen that happen, you know?
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, they're
Yeah.
horrible to live with.
Sometimes that makes people not want to get off drugs. They're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this person.
Yeah. It's scary to come into recovery in a relationship. A lot of people, you know. And then,
So to be clear though, you and Sean are not married right now.
we're not
Or
married.
y'all getting married though?
Yes.
After the counseling.
After we have to have the marriage counseling
Okay.
for
All right.
Pastor
Yeah.
Wayne to.
Yeah. For
That's
And
awesome.
we want to make sure that we do everything on the right. I've never done anything right.
Yeah.
I've been married twice.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
All right.
I've been married twice. Obviously, they're both failures. I got 2 great kids out of them. Don't let me get that twisted. So
Right.
I got great kids, and they're the best thing that ever happened. So thankfully for that. But I've never got married. I mean, I'm not having any more kids, but
Yeah.
got married and lived in a white picket fence, and then then we decide we're gonna have children. That's never been that. I'm like, I'm pregnant, better get married.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
So like, I want to do it right this time.
Yeah.
I want to. We both got jobs. We both got
Yeah.
good things working on our own,
Amen.
and where if something does happen, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Right.
How
Right.
did you meet Sean?
In
When-
addiction,
Okay. 'Cause-
full blown addiction.
Okay.
I don't know Sean before addiction, but he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
I love Sean.
I love to hear that because
Yeah.
people that don't know him from addiction, that's the response.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
People that know him
good.
from addiction, whew, they're like, well,
Yeah.
he's the best chess player I know because they know him from prison.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Well, I'm
and
glad y'all got some good things. Y'all both got great things going on.
Yes.
I believe that
Yes.
100%. And, and just the person that he's turned into from this place
Yeah.
is like, wow, that's the same human.
Yeah.
And even for me, I'm like, I kind of like him better clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good.
We were all
Yeah.
kind of worried, I think, at first. We were like, if this guy's going to get out of jail, he's going to come,
I
he's
know.
going to mess her up.
Yes. Yeah.
And we probably had some conversations.
We
probably Like, well,
did.
we hope he
We
stays
had a
in
few
jail or
conversations.
something.
Yeah. I'm like, Brittany, help me get him out. She's like, okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we had that conversation.
Yeah.
We're like, is this a good idea?
Yeah.
It's going to hurt Lauren,
Yeah.
So how,
Yeah.
how did that go down? I mean, I know you told him, it's like he's going to jail. You're like, all right, bye. I'm going to go get clean. And he's like, okay. If you do, then I'll do it. I
Yeah.
mean, did he get out and you held him to it?
He came here the first day he got out.
Yeah.
Day one.
Dang.
Yeah.
What was he? He was,
And I
few
bonded
months
him
behind.
out, so he didn't have to come here.
Yeah.
He wasn't court ordered or anything.
Right,
He came
right.
day one.
Yep.
So you
Because
believed
it's
in him
your
that
own
much. You're like,
stuff.
I'm going to bond you out. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Be a man of your word. Get in here. Let's do this together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'd already been in here about 3 months.
Yeah.
Right.
But, which I'm glad I was in here because if he wouldn't have stuck to his word, I would have really had to be, I'd just say the night here probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
It all
he
worked
did
out.
it. It all worked out. It all worked out great. And,
That's
and he
so
completed the
awesome.
program. I completed
Yeah.
the program. And
Yeah.
now we're like kind of functioning members of society, which is kind of cool.
Kind of like
Yeah.
God had a plan for y'all.
Yeah, we're still working on it,
Yeah,
We're,
yeah.
we're not, I'm 10 and a half months clean. He's almost a year clean because he was in jail.
Yeah.
And so, every day we're closer.
Yeah.
Yes.
We get closer and closer to the end goal, So I'm just excited for
Him
what
too.
life-
He's big. Y'all both are big in church. In
Oh, yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And,
There's one thing you can find out for sure. Tuesdays, I'll be at church. Fridays, I'll be at Incura. And Saturday, I'll be at church.
Amen.
Those things you don't have to worry about.
amen.
If you want to know or if you want to hunt me down, that's where you'll find me. You can catch me there. So those are things for sure. And I don't do a lot. I don't do any, let me be honest, any NA or AA meetings because
Forever freeze that for you.
Forever Free's that for me. And then I come in here and from 9 to 12 I get group here.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what's worked for me. What works for
Amen.
someone else might be something other.
Yeah.
They might be NA. There's a lot of people here that do NA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we support everything here.
Yeah.
Right.
But for me, I get the most out of coming in here and come. I just want to come. I want to make sure I'm here by 9 so I can say my days in Justin's group. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Because
Yep.
that just pumps me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm 280 days clean.
I can
You know.
feel that. Yeah.
So,
with you.
I'll be in Justin's group at 9 on Fridays.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I just want to read the Just for Today or the,
Yeah.
like.
One Friday, a couple weeks ago, you weren't here, or you were, but I didn't see you. I was like, so
It was
where's
late,
Lauren
I
at?
think.
Y'all like,
It
where's
was
Lauren at? She come and chat. I think you even
I had
come
a
tell me,
doctor's
I'm here, I'm
appointment.
here. I'm here.
Yeah.
I had a
Because I
doctor's-
was like,
get to seeing you every Friday,
Yeah.
I know you're here.
Yeah. So.
Well,
I just think this is the best place if you're, of course I'm partial, but
yeah.
if you're trying to get clean,
Amen.
why not
Come
do
on.
it the easy way?
Yeah. And we'll help you through it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Step one to,
And it's not easy, but it's easier.
yeah, it's easier.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to do the work.
You got to do the work.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And we'll help you with the work. We'll tell you what the work to do. And just come and be ready to listen. Be humble.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like
be
you were.
humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
And-
when you don't want to, be humble.
Yeah, and the thing is just listen to what they got to say because it's clearly worked for so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not any different.
We got 100% success rate for people that really want to get clean.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know,
And I'm
people
going
that
to tell
really
you,
will get that will do whatever it takes to get clean.
Yeah.
100% success rate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you for sure, when I graduated, there was 4 of us
Yeah.
that graduated that month.
Yeah.
Every one of us, those were the only 4 that were supposed to graduate that month. First of all, let me make sure I'm clear on that. Every one of us came to group, went to church on Tuesdays. All of us completed a process group, and all of us graduated.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you do the directions that you're
The
given,
work set in front of you. Yeah. Yeah.
it works.
See, then you're gonna
It
be
works.
successful.
This
Amen.
place works.
Amen.
And this place is so, it's not like, oh, I gotta go to rehab today. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to rehab today.
Yeah.
You know, like you're excited to come. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you have fun here. It's not just,
Yeah.
you know, we play trivia and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
do parties and we eat and we gather and we become a family.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
I tell
know?
people to
Yeah.
look at it like, you know, like for me, it's not a good example, but for other people, it is. Like, look at it like you're back in high school. I didn't like high school. So it's not a good example, but a lot of kids do, you know.
Yeah, I
and
love
especially after
school.
what we've been through, come in here and take a break.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Find some
Reset.
new friends. Yeah, reset. You meet some new people. Have some fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I
It can
have
be
met
fun.
some lifelong friends here.
Amen.
Amen.
There's some
Yes.
people that have there's 2 other couples that have graduated.
Yeah.
We will be friends forever.
Amen.
No
Amen.
question.
Amen.
You know, and then I've met some brothers and some sisters in here that I will know for forever.
Amen.
And we, you know, and there's some, you know, that have fallen off, and we will go hunt you down and bring you back here.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
playing.
That's what we got to do with each
Once
other.
we're
yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
it's over with.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
don't play with us. We will come
Amen.
find you and bring you back in here. You know what I mean? Like, so just
Yeah.
get in here and get this family.
Amen.
Amen.
It's good stuff, you know.
Amen.
And that's another cool thing about this place is that on your first day, everybody's like, hey, you know, like everyone is so inviting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
it's a good atmosphere.
I think that everybody is trying to show the grace and mercy that they've been shown,
Absolutely.
and that's what we do. We
That's a
say
great
that
point.
you know, our motto is grace and mercy. We're going to show grace and mercy, and hope that is picked up by y'all, and
Yeah,
it is. It is
it is.
picked up by y'all.
There's
So,
proof.
Yep.
Proof's in the pudding.
Yep.
And you know, so whenever I got hit by the car, I was like, Brittany was like, we have to re-enroll you. And I was like, what do you think Grant will give me 10 bags of NAD? And a nurse that was here at the time was like, you can't have that. And so she called Grant on the phone and she's like, well, he's like, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't think you were coming back.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
think you were gonna.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what, that NAD saved my life twice.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.
I could have been on, I would still be a mess. If I got hit by the car, now I'm a mess on pain pills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I
You
mean,
wouldn't have taken care of yourself. Your leg would probably still be crooked.
yeah. I mean, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, and my doctor can't even comprehend it. He's like, you know, because I'm like, I'm trying to get out of this wheelchair.
Yeah,
I'm trying
I
to get
remember
off this
that.
walker.
Yeah,
I hate
remember
this
that.
stuff, you know. He's like, you haven't been wearing that boot. I was like, I haven't. And he's like, you know, it's like, I got things to do now. I'm clean. I'm trying to start the party.
Wasted enough life.
A whole different party. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get things done. I've got stuff to catch up on.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And so, and a lot of people are like, there's no way she's clean. We need a UA. I'm like,
Yeah, I've told her that
Come
a couple
on with
times.
it.
Yeah.
Try, give her a drug test.
come on with it. I love to be in cups.
Amen.
Come on. So, I didn't fail one drug
Kind of a
test.
weird flex, but all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Play my game.
Well, Lauren, thank you. It's great to
Yeah.
have you on.
Absolutely.
We love you. And
Yes.
we're going to see more from you, I know.
Oh, for sure. Well, you're not, I'm getting hired, so.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
You're gonna be with us forever, girl.
Yeah.